Welcome back, folks, to Bioshock Remastered. I sincerely hope you're enjoying it thus far. Actually, I'm just realizing I could be uploading more videos right now. What I'm just uploading. Anyway, doesn't matter. I can poke back at that in a mo. Welcome back to Bioshock Remastered. I sincerely hope you're enjoying the trip thus far. I know I am. Initially, I was going to try and introduce this episode and do my Mickey Mouse impression. Apparently, it's actually kind of good. I listened to some Mickey Mouse earlier and then listened to a recording of mine, and it's a little too squeaky, but I kind of got the twang right. So it's surprising. Also, apparently, when I can do the northern voice, that also works. I'm more nervous in that one, so I can't do it here for you. Adam is the canvas of genetic modification, but plasmids are the paint. Sorry, I'm still just like, oh, I'm just feeling great right now because it's just, I know, I feel off, but I feel good, so it's just like, eh. Oh, you dead sack of shit. Ugh. That's terrible to look at. Ugh. Silverwing apiary, huh? Sweet Christ. Grab it.
The children, with their very long needles, their tuneless songs, their ghastly errands, their ghoulish Frankenstein fathers. But we've all placed our hand on the great chain of endeavor. My hand is on it. Fontaine's is on it. We all pull it and are pulled by it. Yes, these children are an abomination. But it is not my hand alone on the chain that created them. No. Their little fingers were right there, next to mine.
I feel like it's him desperately trying to justify it to himself. Inside, he knows he's wrong, but he is trying to kind of justify it to himself. He doesn't want to be responsible for this aberration, and he does bear some responsibility for it. Ah, it's just up top. That's fucking heat-seeked! If this doesn't have a little sister, there's no point in fighting it. And I can't sway it. Yeah. If they don't have a little sister, no point in fighting it. Hehe, you're never gonna get me! But I'll get you! Yeah. Need to do the laugh more. Christ, you're touchy. I'm gonna accept this. Ooh, Eve-Link 2. Get more Eve with every first aid kit by using new Eve-Link 2. Take the photo. Yeah, lead heads are pretty high up there. Whoa. I think I wasted one. Kinda panicked. I think I overspent. That's the U invent. Switch.
Not worth my
Come on then! Fight me properly!
Pah!
No second chance for the weak! None! Out where I can
That
reach
gets a
you!
girl's blood flowing. That gets a girl's blood flowing.
Thank you, Camo.
Lord have mercy on your soul!
Oh, saints preserve us. Whatever will we do? Whatever will we do?
Know what we do to Judas is? He's gone. Glory be to God.
Go with God. Or apparently not. Durable. Put up. Got it, huh? Could you just die? Thank you. $9, really. Broke sons of bitches. Please do not try and kill me unless you got at least a little bit in your pockets. Sorry, I only accept attackings by people of this rich and greater. Aw. Doggies. Sleep tight. Nothing. Honestly, sounded like someone was about to explode there.
We have turned away from your
I think there's a similar effect for some explosive on one thing.
shall be the
Yes! Triple damage. And redheads are now done.
What?
Sup? Wait, did she say fuck? Hey, swearing.
Sorry, let me try again.
Sorry, no retakes. We're doing it live. Unlike you.
I heard that.
Where did his body go?
Want to sit down? What's that? Is it him?
Yes. So yeah, he sends his regards. Why are you charged?
Come here, you.
I think they must have gone into fire or something.
Good enough.
No, you're not. And the crowd goes wild!
Ladies prefer the athletic man? Why stay on the sideline? With a new sport boost line of investments can turn you into the jock. Always wanted to be. Come and visit us in the Met Pass for a free 2-hour trial. You'll appreciate the difference. She will too.
Giant machine guns.
His light shineth even down here in the murk.
On my walk today, I had my first encounter with a pair of them. He, a lumbering palooka in a foul-smelling diving suit, and she, an unwashed moppet in a filthy pink smock. Her pallor was off, green and morbid, and there was a rather unpleasant aspect to her demeanor, as if she were in an altogether different place than the rest of us. I understand the need for such creatures. I just wish they could make them more presentable.
While he does sound snobby there, part of me feels like there is a hint of that guilt there. That he doesn't want to look upon what he's wrought. There's still a bit of conscience to him, though he struggles against it. A part of me feels there's not quite enough of a twang to justify that take, but...
One of the children came and sat in my lap. I push her off. I shout, "Get away from me!" I can see the Adam oozing out of the corner of her mouth. It's thick and green. Her filthy hair hanging in her face, her dirty clothes, and that glow in her eyes.
What was that?
I feel hatred, like I never felt before. In my chest, bitter, burning fury. I can barely breathe. And suddenly I know. It is not this child I hate.
herself for what she's done. Well, someone's probably going to hate me for this, but it's kind of nice they're making both of them like show regret rather than just be her. I know, it just people have an easier time with making men just cold-hearted villains, or if they make a chick one, they don't really like to acknowledge it. Look at like Captain Marvel from like Civil War. She's out there murdering people, locking people up for no reason, but she's the hero. Whoa! Oh, that's what I'm hearing anyway. People have more. People get weird. Like as much as we've come on as a society culturally and within media and whatnot, and societally, people are still weird on like sex lines and probably race lines too. But let's focus on sex when it comes to certain characteristics and characters. The Galbrush paradox comes to mind. Or, look at, the female general from Full Metal Alchemist, the Armstrong sister. She's a violent, abusive bitch who is perfectly happy with genocide because of those military orders. Outright massacring civilians. She hates her brother and attacks him on numerous occasions because he didn't gleefully carry it out. And now orders are orders, but apparently soldiers are obligated to disobey, war crimes. IRL at least. People keep pointing to her as a strong female character, ignoring the genocide I just mentioned. And her just being a general asshole. A lot of people confuse belligerence for strength. But it ultimately ties into the one point of people just being weird along sex lines, and I'm glad that the writers behind this didn't fall into that, as far as I can tell. Certainly, she seemed more sympathetic earlier on, but still, they both are showing it. The other guy's fighting himself more, and while she's coming to it more, sooner, but she started sooner than he did. From the player's perspective in the audio tapes we're finding. So I have to give the writers credit for that. They didn't fall into it. I was actually talking about this in Space Marine, that, they take a female leader, be it military or whatever, and apparently you see this in various media, SF3B was talking about it, and she has to dominate a male subordinate. You see it in Stargate Atlantis, where a guy's job is to point out the risks of a thing, so she takes him to task in front of his team, ripping him to shreds. And to justify this, they repeatedly character assassinate the guy, to justify her overstepping and fucking up. And failing as a leader there. but they can't have that, so they have to, they, you know, they fucked up in the writing in a few ways. So again, it's just as far as we've come, people do occasionally fall into that kind of thing, and I'm glad to see here they didn't. It's the kind of thing that really bugs me because, to one degree or another, I kind of grew up with idiots like that. I remember my nan telling me, when I was, knee high to a grasshopper, telling me that, oh, if women were in charge of the country, everything would be grand. And like, I remember, like, I can look back now on how dysfunctional the house was. Oh, the, backbiting and backstabbing, with, in the immediate family and then in the extended family. Most of the family hates each other. Like, I remember walking out in town with Mum before, and there'd be two. I'm going to be crass here because, they're not particularly nice themselves. Two land whales whispering to each other, pointing at me and Mum. Oh, the family's mostly women. It's everyone's human. At the end of the day, we're all sacks of meat on a bone frame. So again, ultimately, all I'm getting at is I'm glad to see the writers being able to not fall into such a flaw, and they are actually making that effort and making him somewhat sympathetic. Or that he is actually suffering from guilt there, and he's trying to rationalize it. He's trying to hold on to his things, but he is having to fight against his conscience and his better angels. I do have to applaud the writers for that. So, but yeah, all the other points I was getting at were just examples of people failing in writing, and the last example with my nan and family was just probably part of the reason why it bugs me so much. Others is because I keep seeing other jackasses online and whatnot falling into that train of logic. Of one shape or form, Of one shape or form. Again, like I said, we're all sacks of meat on a bone frame. Meat and sinew and what the like, All of us are flawed. None of us are perfect. There's no one sin that's locked off to another. Just for virtue of birth. Maybe some specifications, but no, none is fully blocked off to anyone. And I'm using sin here for sheer flavor, not I'm not religious in the slightest. I'm, it's certainly possible, but I don't believe in any. Nor am I spiritual or the like. Again, it's just flavor. It has a nice twang to it. That's all. It's like gods wearing crosses, I guess. So yeah. If there's anyone to comment on there, feel free to let me know. Just include a timestamp. By the time this comes out, I will not remember. Nice. An extra $20 for it. What's this? I think I have the code for that, but... Wait, what were you? Oh, I don't need you anyway. Nice. I can't see kerosene without thinking the song from Ruby. Gasoline, kerosene, ignite the match. Light the match, ignite the scene. Listen to that song enough, certainly. It's Yang's personal one. The one in the trailer was just a uniting one. Part of me feels they should have really done 5 trailers, so each girl could have gotten the song, and then have the uniting one, where you hear bits of them all, but they ended up just giving Yang one separately. Still have a lot to go. Nice. Photographer's eye. Everyone has a hidden weakness, but with photographer's eyes too, they won't stay hidden for long. I don't think they stack. Gonna get one out? No, I've already gotten the only one here. Meaning I have no real reason to bother with him.
Little Sisters Orphanage. In troubled times, give your little girl the life that she deserves. Boarding and education free of charge.
There used to be a boarding thing in England, and they'll train girls to be maids. And depending on how well the girl performed, she would get a different little stipend, different little cash reward at the end of her time, and a dress of varying qualities. The better she did, the better amount, you know, she would better, the bigger pile of cash she'd get, and the better dress. She'd presumably also get a recommendation. I do believe the group is still around. I want to say I know their name, but I'll just double check. I vaguely remember Bernardo's being referenced. It's mentioned in A Horrible Histories. Maybe it wasn't them. Maybe it was a separate thing. The Mirror has a thing about Thomas Bernardo had a charity 150 years ago where he saved tons of children from it. There was actually apparently another system where you could pay a small amount of money and give a kid to some woman to mind, and many kids died. The money was not nearly enough, and the abuses they suffered were horrendous. I think one woman had numerous child deaths in her hand. The number in my head's 50, but I might be thinking of Lady Battery, who's, you know, Countess Dracula. She's a different kettle of fish altogether. She wasn't anything to do with that. Apparently, Bernardo was a trainee doctor turned missionary. The Mirror has an article here on him. Took in boys and girls, which is good. So many services are girls only. Remember hearing rumors that the UN services in Africa for rape victims are women only. They claim they accept men too, but they turn them away at the door. According to one minor charity that's out there, according to the some UK magazine thing. It's generally The Guardian. It's a bit dodgy, The Guardian, but that one seemed fine. Like, they were acknowledging men as victims, certainly of other men, but you know, they weren't. They were actually being compassionate there, not just being like, "Oh, that's non-consensual contact," as another dipshit would have recalled it. I'm not kidding. Some American chick. She was in charge of putting together rape statistics a couple of decades back. Yeah, Bernardo's girls were trained to be maids. So I was right. There's an article here on it. Servants, a downstairs view of the 20th century Britain. They talk about it a bit in Horrible Histories on the same time period. So if you prefer to read Terry Deary, you can go check that. History lessons. I used to talk a little bit about history in my earlier videos. Like, I remember talking about Sallust. He like over 2,000 years ago, he was saying, I'm just checking, making sure nothing's wrong here. Yeah, everything's fine. Yeah, he was saying that 2,000 years, he was saying, 2,000 years ago, he was claiming that in the good old days, people had morality and the like. People nowadays are saying the exact same fucking thing. That's nothing new. People have always said it. I think that's an improvement. Yeah, that's nothing new in the slightest. People have always goddamn said that.
Dr. Suchong, frankly, I'm shocked by your proposal. If we were to modify the structure of our commercial plasmid line as you propose, to have them make the user vulnerable to mental suggestion through pheromones, would we not be able to effectively control the actions of the citizens of Rapture? Free will is the cornerstone of this city. The thought of sacrificing it is abhorrent. However, we are indeed in a time of war. If Atlas and his bandits have their way, will they not turn us into slaves? And what will become of free will then? Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Uh-huh. Okay, you can't club it. Suppose that makes sense. Desperate times, desperate measures, huh? Easy thing to justify, especially when you're not going to be the one doing it. Well, I suppose he'll be given the order, but he won't be getting mind controlled. So why would there be kerosene in that?
How dare he talk to me that way?
That paid for itself.
Father, why have you forsaken me?
So, anyone else? Ah. Kinda did that by force habit.
I send you plague.
Oh, don't need you. Yeah, using a bit of buck is fine. I like to fuck. Alright, moving on. Ooh.
In 10 years in this dump, I've come to accept a very low standard of life. But even at the bottom of this fish tank, a man must have standards. The pathetic Trudeau down at Morley Winery has started putting water to his terrible wine. Water! When I confronted him with this fatty, he tells me, Pierre, this is not to worry. The water, she is distilled. It could be worse. I could take it right from the ocean.
Dr. Suchong, frankly, I'm shocked
Oh,
by your
I didn't mean
proposal.
for that to go.
If we were to modify the structure of our commercial plasmid line as you propose,
Also, that accent is dodgy. Okay, I have to say, I will put money on it. That one is dodgy.
would we not be able to effectively control
Ooh,
the
that one got
actions
broken.
of the citizens of Rapture? Free will is the cornerstone of this city. The thought of sacrificing it is abhorrent. However, we are indeed in a time of war. If Atlas and his bandits have their way, will they not turn us into slaves? And what will become of free will then? Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Delayed reaction there. Ow. Alright. Oh god, that didn't break the glass. So I made that bit well. And again, like, I'm not really sure how much you can take that guy at his word. He's saying, desperate times, desperate measures, and is yet again breaking his and is breaking from his principles. Beautiful. Like, he's talking desperate times, desperate measures, and is breaking from his principles. Does he actually hold them as principles, or is he just merely alleging it? You know, does he truly believe that?
Why do they wear those masks? Maybe there's a part of them that remembers how they used to be, how they used to look, and they're ashamed.
Or maybe they've just forgotten to take them off. I'd be surprised for people this out of it to, you know, not be the most corpus mentis. Rude! Let me have you talk to my friend Buck here. Oh, seems his brother has to come in. Ow. Apple. Rum, chocolate. Yeah, they wouldn't really have much of this stuff down here. I like you to get to hear those because I'm also interested in it myself. Though I feel like you don't hear them, you can't hear them quite well enough. And I would love if they were like a separate little audio file, like in the music in Steam. You can listen to like all the audio files from World War II there. Guilt is utterly tearing her up inside. It's probably wrong to say that the other guy's sympathetic. Maybe he is a little, but he's it's not that they're. It's basically that not that they're portraying him as a complete monster. That's what I'm getting at. You know, he isn't a complete heartless bastard. It can be easy to fall into that for some people when it comes to the male villains. Seem less inclined for the female ones. Oh, whoops. I won't probably be coming back for the proximity mine, so it's a bit of a waste. But at least it gets some money down. Must be a guy upstairs or something. Thou shalt drink. He's certainly got a lot of lumber down here. Photographer's eye, 15%.
That's right! Keep running, coward!
Tells me so. I swear I've heard that song elsewhere. Probably nod to it. Then again, I did play a bit of this game before, just I swear I heard it in something else. But I'm probably making a mistake.
You shall know I am the Lord!
You are not Samuel L. Jackson. Ooh. Nice. I'm a little interested in this, in the chemical thrower. Yeah, upgrade this. Oh, hail to the king, baby. Let's celebrate by fragging some people. Already took it, but add a bit to it. Haha! Abati! Whoa! Bumping into physical matter tipped him off. Rosie with the rivet gun, obviously a nod to Rosie the Riveter. The, you know, the yes we can chick.
Come on. Please, just give me a break. Just a break. And the fever only gets used to attention.
Ah.
Just want to go to sleep. I just want to go to sleep.
Like, from what little we see of Rapture here, there's like no one else here beyond like 3-4 people that are sane, and everyone else is a splicer. Rude. Trust me, darling, I'm not. No one is, honey. But, like, yeah, it's just, I, like, how do you even get the sequel, you know?
Light shineth even down here in the murk.
I just shot him on principle. He was there, I could shoot. I'm an American. It's my God-given right.